Hello, hello. May peace and blessings be with you. I hope my video is okay. I'm such a funny beast. I have this sit stand desk and it has a button on the side and I sometimes accidentally hit it. And while I'm in the middle of something, the desk starts going up or starts going down. So if that happens, forgive me. I will do my best to try to fix it. And I hope that you're doing well. I hope that Tuesday so far is going well and the day keeps getting better and better as we go along. Okay, so today I thought it would be a fantastic idea to talk about 5 mistakes that we want to avoid when we are setting up our Flodesk account and just in email marketing as a whole, especially when you're first starting out. So these are definitely all of the mistakes I have made. So I want you to avoid them. That's why I'm covering them. If you have any questions as we go along, do let me know. I hope things are okay. I'm using a different camera today. So much change. Oh my goodness. Okay. Give me 1 second. I am going to get situated real quick. I have a bunch of things open. I'm going to try and close stuff so I stay focused on what we are talking about. So life is good. Hopefully I don't close the right window. If that happens, that means the live stream is going to get disconnected and we will just have to reconnect it at that point. So if you lose me, don't go anywhere. I'll be back. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Okay. So I am mostly good. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to share my screen and I have my little notes here. So number one mistake I see new Flodesk users making is not optimizing their forms for mobile view. So we certainly are guilty of that, and I don't want you to be one of them. So I'm going to share an example so you can see what not to do so that we avoid that going forward. I think I have the right. Ooh. Okay, sharing my screen. Okay, I like being in the bottom right corner of my screen. Okay, so this is what my Flodesk looks like, and I was just looking at a form. Let's go in here and let's take a look at this one. This is the one we're currently working on, and I'm going to share a link so that you can also go here with me. So give me 1 second. I'm like, how can I grab the link the easiest? I close out of that window, so bear with me. Here, copying the link. And let's see, how am I going to share this? So I'm going to put it in the chat. So wherever this is being broadcasted, this will show as well as on my screen. I believe is this link. Okay, so go.simplifyonething.com/setup Flodesk. So when you go there, let's try it. Put in the wrong one. Flodesk, setup Flodesk. Okay. When we go here, it's going to bring you here. I guess I better put that one in the chat too. Let's try that. Okay, so I have shared the link, which is this one, the one you see on your screen. Set up Flodesk at the end. Okay, so that will bring you here. When you're here, I'm going to take you to the back end of the same form, which is this while I'm designing it, right? So the one mistake people make is not optimize it for mobile. So I've kept it like this so I can show it to you. So in the top right corner of your screen, you can see a little desktop and a little mobile. So in desktop, if I click on that, this is what it's going to look like. I can turn off this. Okay. And so this is in desktop. If anybody's looking at it from desktop, this is what they're going to see. If they try to look at it from mobile view, if you click on that, this is what they're going to see. So the top writing is cut off, right? So that doesn't look good. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that when you're designing a graphic to include in here, you're leaving plenty of white space at the top. So the design, all right, maybe I can go to Canva and show you what this design looks like. Flodesk. Okay, so this is what it looks like. This should be page 2. Okay, so this is what this design looks like. And we have some white space, but not, it looks like not enough white space because it's getting cut off when people try to see it, right? So all you have to do is really just move your design down a little, right? I just group everything and move it down a little. And I also want to make this a little bit smaller just so that it doesn't get cut off like on the sides either, right? So just like that, this should do it. So if I download this and upload it and take a look at it, hopefully that will work. I'll let you try that on your own. If you have any questions, if you get stuck or anything, send me a message and I can help you with that. If you would like a copy of this Canva template that we've built, you can put a comment, say graphic, in the chat, and then I can send you a link for this also so you can grab a copy. Okay, so I hope this is helpful. So that was tip number 1, making sure we're optimizing it for mobile so that the pictures and the text is not getting cut off. Okay, so the second thing on my list is not testing your emails and your links before sending them to your audience. So I want you to be mindful of that when you're setting up your email templates and things like that. Before you send it, always send a test email to yourself or a small group or your team, just so that you can test it to make sure the links are working before you're sending it out. Because once that email is sent, if there's a broken link, you pretty much can't fix it. Okay, I take that back. Maybe there's a hack for fixing it. We can talk about that another day. But essentially, you want to make sure that the links are not broken in the emails that you're sending out. So if you want to see how to do that, we can take a quick look. Would you like to see that? Okay, so if I go back here, we're sending an email. Let's just create an email. I love creating emails on the fly. Okay, let's use this beautiful template. Okay, so we're customizing it. You're gonna basically go in. Did I go too fast? Hopefully I didn't go too fast. So from the home page, let's do it one more time. From the home page, I clicked on emails and I said new email on this, clicked on this little plus sign, and then I picked one of these options. I believe that I picked make money. And from here, there are different templates here. I just picked the first one just for demonstration purposes. And here, when I click on view details, it's going to open it up for me. And if I want to use this one, if you scroll through it, you can see what this looks like. If you want to customize it and start using it, you just click on customize, and that way you'll have an email in here. Okay, so for example, this was, okay, this one, right? This button has a link. We want to make sure we have entered a link here, and we also want to make sure that link works, right? So after, let's just say I'm going to copy the same link here, right? So the users, when they get this email, they'll get this link, and I want this link to point back to this form we were looking at. So I'm going to hit next on here. Let's say I update all of this, you know, who the email is coming from, what's the email we're using for sending emails. We'll write the also say Master Flodesk. Write a subject line, write some preview text if you like. And then here you want to add your segments, right? So I have a segment, it's called testers. And it's only my team in there. So I can use that for testing, or after I've added that segment or any segment, I can hit continue. And where it says, you want to send the email now or later, in the top right corner, there's a send a test. So that is what you want to click on. So I'm going to click on this, and this email, when it goes out, it'll say test in the subject line at the beginning. So that's how you know that this is a test email. So I'm just going to go ahead and enter one of my emails. Okay, and then I'm going to say send now. So basically, I'm trying to make sure that this email link works, right? That is what we're demonstrating. I didn't update anything else on here, so don't mind anything else. So this is what the email looks like. If you say enter the course, if I click on this button, it brings you here. So that is what I wanted to test to make sure it's working. So always test your links before sending out the email. That's my second tip. Tip number 3 is a mistake you want to avoid is using the form link as is. You know, the form link that Flodesk creates, which is, I'm going to click on here so that you can see, which is basically when I go to the publish tab here, it is this link, right? So if I use this link on social media anywhere, I'm basically repelling people from clicking on it. Think about it. This does not even look like a legitimate link or anything like that, right? So sometimes people will avoid clicking on a link that doesn't look like something they can rely on, right? So I use a link shortener. I've tested different ones. The ones I really like is short.io. So there, we just basically create a short link. I copy this link and I go to short.io and I enter this link there and create a short link that uses my domain. So the one we looked at earlier, let's see if it's still copied. No, it's not. It's no longer copied. Let's go grab it. Which is this link right here. So go.simplifyonething.com/Flodesk tips or Flodesk setup or setup Flodesk, I think was the right one. I keep copying the wrong one. It's okay. Even that's a good link. It'll take you to another landing page. Okay, so basically this is the link, and I've created it as a pretty link, is how my coach calls it. This makes it look like it's coming from your website. So I have connected my subdomain go.simplifyonething.com to Short.io, and Short.io is free to sign up. They have like a paid plan with other bells and whistles, but if you're merely just using it for shortening links and things like that, that's all pretty much you need. So you can get away with just using the free version. So I highly, highly recommend it. This is a mistake I see a lot of people make because on social media, you want to have like pretty precise short links so that people can rely on them and click on them. If it's a super long link that wraps around like, over 3 rows or something, people are not interested in clicking on that. A lot of times they don't feel that it's a safe link to click on. So please do avoid that. Okay, so next tip, which is tip number 4. Oh, I see this one all the time also, not updating your preview link. So let's go back to our beautiful form here. I'm going to close out of this one for a second. Okay, so I'm back in the form options, right? So from the beginning, let's just go back, take a step back to make sure we are following the process. Okay, so under the Forms tab, I'm clicking on a form. When I am in a form, when I go to after I've designed it, customized it, did everything, I'm on the Publish section. So a lot of times people would set up the form where they've created the pretty designed. They've updated the information. They've customized it if it's a double opt-in or not, and a few other things, right? But at the end, when they're publishing it, they just start to copy this link and start to share this after shortening it on social media. But what happens is you also want to take a look at this form to see what the preview will look like. So you want to click on this little link that says edit link preview. And if you don't update it with your own information, it comes back with, I believe it says Flodesk metadata or something like that. Let me see if I have something that I can show what that will look like if we don't. I looked at another one that also has it. Okay, so let's see. Let's just create a new form. Okay, I have two screens, so I'm going back and forth between the two. Okay, so let's say we are customizing this full page form, this one. Okay, so let's say we've picked the segment, we have customized it, designed it, customized it. We go to publish it, and we haven't updated much on here. And if I look at this preview, this is what it's going to look like. So if you don't change these things here, the image and the title and the description, this is what it's going to say. Even though it's your form on the back end, people are not going to see that initially because you haven't updated the preview of that link, right? So can I demonstrate this? I really want to. Okay, so I'm going to try this. I'm going to just hit copy on here, and I'm going to take you on another field trip. So let's go to, can we try Facebook? Hopefully my thing doesn't get loud or gives me echo. Okay, so this is what my Facebook page looks like, business page looks like. 1 second, hold please. I'm not using the right profile. Okay, now I am. Okay, so let's say that I am on my Facebook page and I have this form that I've created. I've customized it, I've beautified it, and now I go to copy this link to paste it on Facebook. And I create a new post and I hit this, enter the link. You're gonna, of course, make it prettier through a link shortener. And after that, I'm about to publish, and this is what it looks like. That's not what I want, right? So what you want to do is you want to go back to this area of your form, click on edit link preview, and update this, right? So edit this title, say test form for now, and any description, right? Sign up for my free consultation. Something like that. And I also want to update this image, and I want to bring over a better looking image. Click on that. Okay, file size is too big. Apparently there's a 2 meg limit. So grab an image that's, small enough that will look pretty over here. And then you want to hit save and then share the link after doing that. And then it'll look pretty, and the preview will come through on Facebook or any other social media, wherever you're sharing it, right? So should we try that? Let's see if I can try a smaller image. Okay, so I just added a smaller image on here. I'm gonna hit save. Okay, so now I'm gonna copy this link and I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna close out of this post. I'm gonna try okay, it's not gonna let me. I'm gonna just close out of this, try one more. What's the easiest way to discard a post? I'm sure there's like a delete button somewhere, but I'm not seeing that. It's all right. Okay, so you know why it didn't pick up? Because Facebook is already cached this in the back, and you have to clear the cache, and then it'll come through. Okay, so let me see if there, what's the easiest way? Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna try something. If that works, then maybe we'll try that. I want to see if I can show you how that works. In the meantime, let's try a different social media platform just so that I can demonstrate what's happening. Let's try LinkedIn or Twitter. Let's go to Twitter. See if Twitter will work. Okay, there it goes. So same concept. We're going to Twitter, and we are going to now paste this. And show me a preview, please. Twitter does not show you a preview. It's okay. Let's try one that will. Okay, my beautiful people, it's working. Here we go. We try LinkedIn. Third time is a charm. Okay, so LinkedIn works. After I pasted the same link here in a LinkedIn post, it is picking up the right image that we have added and the metadata with it to consult with me, right? So that is what I wanted to demonstrate. So I will record a short video of how to clear your Facebook cache. That way you can, if that ever happens, if you ever get stuck with like the previous image and you want to update it, you know how to do it. Because I have definitely run into that with both LinkedIn and Facebook, and I figured out how to do it. I couldn't find the web page where you need to go to fix that. Okay, so I will find that out and record a short video for that. Maybe in the next session we can cover things like that. Okay, and the last one is my last mistake that I see a lot of rookies make when we're first starting out, myself included, is not having a clear call to action on your forms. So I have learned by working with Flodesk quite a bit. Let's go back to design over here. So I think this is a pretty good example of what a call to action looks like, right? So I have a, I'm saying what the masterclass is about, right? Why people should join, when it is, why they should click on it. And I'm asking people to enter their name and email and click on this button that says, yes, I want to become a pro at capturing leads. So if you can do that, you are successful. You're going to be successful. I just realized that my picture is cutting that off. So let's see. Okay. So something like that. what else should we look at? Okay, I'm going to come back on screen. So those are my 5 tips. I will just recap real quick. Number 1 was not optimizing for mobile. Try to avoid that mistake as much as possible. Make sure your graphics are showing on both desktop and mobile. Number 2 is not testing email links in your email before sending them out. Always test them, because a lot of times I see emails coming from new entrepreneurs that say, oops, like the link in the last email wasn't working or something like that. So try to avoid that and test it before sending it out. If that happens, it happens, right? It's okay. I feel like I've made that mistake myself as well. But if we can avoid it by testing it, please do that. Number 3 was not using link shorteners. So if you have funky looking long links and things like that, especially if you're sharing them on social media, people are reluctant in clicking on that. Use a link shortener like short.io to shorten your links, and even branding them with your own domain name is even better, right? So try to do that if possible. If you don't have a brand name yet, it's okay. You can start with just the short.io links, and then later on, when you have your own domain and all of that, you can switch them over. Okay, number 4 was not updating the preview link and preview data for your forms in Flodesk. So you want to make sure you avoid that and update the metadata related to your form. Add a little image to it so that it doesn't say Flodesk. It actually says your program or your form or whatever you're wanting to post. It's related to that. And then number 5 is having clear call to actions. That's a mistake we want to avoid. We want to make sure we always have clear, concise call to action for people, and also giving them a reason why they should click on it. Okay, so those were my tips. I hope they were helpful. If you have any other, let me see. I'll hide that. Okay. Okay, if you have any questions, need any help, let me know. Put it in the comments. I do want to share 2 quick things. Okay, so we are doing this 90-minute free masterclass on Flodesk. We go in a lot of detail. We talk about how to set up your Flodesk account. If you don't have one yet, no worries. We're going to walk you through step by step how to do it. If you haven't set up a landing page, a form with a lead magnet or anything like that, no worries. We're going to help you with that. If you haven't connected a lead magnet or a freebie for your ideal clients, something of value, something you want to offer them so that they start to know, like, and trust you, we will help you with that. We'll help you connect it with a Flodesk landing page. And if you are scared of sending your first email, I certainly was very scared of sending my first email. So I'm going to help you draft that email, and I'm going to give you my template so that you have a guide that you can follow, and you're able to do it for your first email to your ideal clients as well. And lastly, we're going to teach you and show you how to automate your lead magnet so that it's on autopilot, right? People are coming to your landing page, they're seeing what you're offering, they're clicking on the link, it's delivering them the lead magnet and kicking off that first email to them, right? So I'm going to show you how to do that entire thing in 90 minutes. It's jam-packed, but a lot of really, really good information. I want you to show up live. If you want to sign up, here's a link, go.simplifyonething.com/setupflodesk. And the next training is going to happen on June 3rd. I'm not sure when I'll be able to do this again. So I hosted it a couple weeks ago. Last time, at that time, I wasn't sure if I would be able to do it again, but I have freed up my calendar for you. On June 3rd, I'll be there at 10 a.m. Eastern time for 90 minutes to help you with getting started with Flodesk and mastering it, right? So if you come join this, you're going to learn the skills that you will be able to leverage for the rest of your life for your business. And especially if you're first getting started, you're scared about all those things, how all the tech behind the scenes work, about all of that. I'm going to simplify the whole thing for you. I'm very, very passionate about it because I've struggled with it myself, and I want to really make it better for you so that you're able to take action and not be scared or worried in taking that first step in setting up that lead magnet for your ideal clients. So I really hope to see you there. If you have any questions, let me know. May peace and blessings be with you. You are a blessing, and the world needs you now. I'll see you soon.